So I'm going to go with like a blue one here. So remember what we were saying about shading and highlighting. I'm going to use stippling. So stippling was one of your first techniques that you sort of learned. Again, get your colour so it's nice and creamy. You don't want it wet and runny. If it's wet and runny, it'll run underneath your stencil or whatever you're using. It'll run underneath it and bleed it. Might still do that with me now, but we'll have a go. Keep them really nice and creamy. Look at where the light's hitting it from above. It's hitting it around here, so that means underneath here is the shaded area and on top here is the light area. So I'm going to just start with a darker colour, and this is like my shaded area. So we're going to create 3D, and 3D means where it gives that illusion where it pops out. I'm then going to sort of put some white on. Seeing as you're the nearest, can you just hold it for me and stable it? Thank you. You need 3 hands when you're doing this. And then just start to stipple where your lighter bit is. Try and keep your stencil still as well. So my lighter bit is there. And then I'm going to use a clean corner of this one. And I'm going to go with a slightly lighter blue. So I'm going to have like 3 tones of blue. Just making sure it's not too wet, because if it's too wet it's going to sort of run into everywhere. And then I'm going to blend it with the darker one. Can you see? Don't be afraid to get up and have a look if you want, if you're struggling, you know, to see. Because I know sometimes it can be hard and awkward to see. So don't be afraid to come and have a little look. So we've got depth going on underneath and highlight on the top. And it's really simple, it's just stippling. You've got my white there. A bit more white. And if you wanted to put a slight edge on it, just go around to the very edge. And remember what I said about keeping them wet. If the paint dries, you can't move them and you can't blend them. Tiny bit more white, just to pick it out a tiny bit brighter. Thank you. Like I say, you need 3 hands when you're doing this, so you might need your model just to hold the paint for you. And then, you know what I said about the glitter? I'm going to pick some glitter up, and where that light's touching it, there, I'm just going to tap on that lightest part, that white, some glitter. Right, now this is 3D painting, and this is what we want you to aim for in everything that you do. Try and get shading and highlighting going on. So you got, put your shoulder up, if you sit back a bit, and then move your shoulder like this. Just move slowly that way. You can see it's sparkling. Right, yeah?